Off the back of a big day at Sha Tin on the weekend for the Standard Chartered Champions and Trader Cup with the middle leg of a Sha Tin triple header. We stay in the new territories for a 9-race programme on the all-weather this Wednesday night. We've got it all covered for you here on Racing Twin. A very warm welcome. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined by our form analyst Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara as well. And Mark, it's a very competitive card we've got to look forward to on Wednesday night. It
is, Andrew. Hello to you and everybody. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few at double figures figure amongst the money, if not winning certainly in the top 2 or 3. We've got a Class 2 as the feature. Buddies goes around at the top of the book. He's got a £10 claim for Jerry Chow, who rode him to victory last time. He takes on horses like King Shield, Mongolian King, Raging Blitzkrieg, and Star Performance makes his all-weather debut, and his all-weather trials have looked okay also. Yeah, there's a number of horses making their all-weather debuts or their debuts themselves, Paul, and we've got some nice jackpots to look forward to as well.
Yeah, the triple trio jackpot of 3.2 million, so a decent one there. Also 500,000 going up into the 6-win bonus. And in races 3, 5 and 7, we're seeding the pools there, 800,000 in the first 4 quartet pool as well. So plenty of money floating around. We always get some sort of big price winners here on these type of meetings as well. And as you mentioned, a little bit of interest here. There's a lot of horses coming to the surface for the first time. All right,
plenty of homework and study to do. We'll try and get through some of them through the part of the show today. Before we get into Wednesday night's programme, though, let's look back on the weekend action with our racing review. So this was the final Group 1 of the season, the Standard Chartered Champions and Trader Cup. Exultant went off a very short price favourite, but he knows how to make a race exciting, Mark.
He does indeed, Andrew. Tactically brilliant ride from Zach Person. He went forward early up outside Time Warp, softened him up, then it took a breather, got going again, made Shafano work. Furore had a perfect trip in the race, just couldn't run him down. He's just as tough as they come, Paul. He was all done here at the 200, the 150, and they still couldn't get him.
Yeah, Zach rode him like the best horse in the race, and he prevailed, so it was a nice win. I thought there was plenty of merit in Shafano's run as well there for second, because he did take him on at the 1,000 metres there and did come out 3 wide.
Yeah, Furore, super run from him as well. Zach said after the race, he's exultant, maybe getting a little bit cunning, though, in his old age. He was waiting for them, he said, so there's plenty more in the tank. But back-to-back Group 1s, and it's open the discussion now about Horse of the Year possibilities as well, Mark.
He's really got to put his hand up on that, doesn't he? And Golden 60 raced the 4-year-olds. Exultant has won the QE2 into that Group 1 on Sunday, so he has to be very heavily, I don't think you can bet on it, Paul, but heavily backed, so to speak, to win the Horse of the Year, in particular after that performance on Sunday.
Yeah, his arguments for both these horses as well. Just look at these ratings as well. Band of Brothers got his nose right down there. He went up 5. 13, Amazing Chocolate, easy win for him. Good Luck Friend, another nice win. He went up 9. And 7 about Enjoy Life, back to a bit of form there as well.
Yeah, and not on that list, but Shafano got 10 points for his run in the Group 1 on the weekend. He's up to 109 now, as well as super effort from him. They were the big winners on the day then. We'll see if we can find some more with our horses to follow. All right, Paul, as always, you can go first. What did you find?
A horse called Moiraki. He's only had 2 starts. This is his second start here, and he improved a lot from start 1 to start 2. I thought he stayed on the race really nicely here. He's by El Rocco. We haven't had many of those progeny up here in Hong Kong at all, and I thought there was plenty of merit in his run. The other one on the inside of him, he hit the line, Keep You Warm as well. So it was a nice run from both these two, because they're both at massive prices, and I think they'll both improve out of it. But I went for Moiraki at the end. I thought it was a nice run from him.
Yeah, Biz Power stayed on nicely in the second place. The horse down on the rail with a big white face as well, Hafid Al Aim. I thought he ran okay as well on debut. Mark, I think you're poaching here a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, Paul's best bet from last week, Andrew. This is where Barry number 1 can just go wrong. It's just one of those times where Barry 1's great on paper and then this happens in the run home. There's nothing Neil Cullen could have done, unfortunately, for backers of Sky Darcy. He's not going to start a big price next time, but he should be winning. You can see he's just getting carried back by the tiring Voyage Star there. Scores of Funds hit the lead, kind of cool. Gallant Legacy's racing well. Golden Link runs on. By the time Sky Darcy is clear now, he's making ground at the end. So, look, we had it drilled into us all last week from Paul about how I'd been waiting for him, so just going to steal him.
Yeah, you enjoyed that, Paul, yeah?
Yeah, well, I didn't pick him because I didn't want to watch it again, but thanks, mate.
All right, well, this was my each-way play from the weekend, Cigar Buddies. Now, there isn't exactly a flashing light on his head here. It's just probably a little bit better than okay, but I'd like the trials coming into this. He'd had 4 of them in total. Ricky Yu, the trainer, Vincent Ho's on board here. He looked a bit raw at the trial, so I was taking a bit of a chance with him at an each way sort of price. So he's run okay. I think he can build on this. This is Yi Chong Pegasus running down the really well-backed Hero Star. There'd been some gamble if that come off. But yeah, you can just see poking his head into a midfield sort of position. I think Cigar Buddies can build on that as well. All right, so those are the horses to follow for this week. As far as suspensions and fines out of the programme are concerned, well, it was Dylan Moe who at Happy Valley last week picked up a day and $7,500 fine as well. So the 31st is the meeting he will miss. XL Delight. There's a few horses scratched out of the meeting. Race number 3, XL Delight, is out to be replaced by stock legend Chad Schofield. Harmony Hero out of race number 4, not replaced. So race 4, number 6. And one more is Elite Patch, who's now replaced by Trust Me. Matthew Poon will jump on board there. So race 8, number 3, Trust Me. This is our meeting number 74 of the season. There are 9 races on the all-weather. And the first event is a Class 4 contest. No Joe Moreira riding on Wednesday nights either, so keep that in mind. Joe and Zach riding 4 winners apiece on the weekend. We start off the Class 4 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Blotting Paper. Into this class for the first time, Blake Shin from Barrier Ward. Dollar Reward is a 2-time course and distance winner so far this season. King's Trooper is a winner over this trip, but that was at Happy Valley, makes his all-weather debut. Winning Brew makes his debut for Frankie Law and Karis Teeton, a Little Thunder last start winner. Cool Celeb is a 2-time course and distance winner, both those wins last season though, and Golden Mission chased home Thou Shalt Sing, finishing it in 3rd place last time out. He gets the wide gate here, mark of barrier number 12.
And Andrew, the pace expected to be good over the 1,200 metres on the all-weather with Blotting Paper, the top weight Little Thunder sharing the lead. Winning Brew on debut around Yuchan Blitz. We've got Precious Sweetie, Dollar Reward, Golden Mission, all trap wide with King's Trooper and Sam's Love. Hoping that pace is right on Paul to come home fast at the end.
And we'll have a look at some of these horses and work. Dollar Reward. He'll have the apprentice claim, the £10 claim from Jerry Chow. Look, he's been going well this season. He's already won a couple of times on the surface. And his work's been pretty good leading into it as well. He's just got that wide draw as we highlighted there. King's Trooper, now he's a horse that always works and trials well on the all-weather. He's coming to the surface for the first time. Another one, he's got a widest draw on his all-weather debut under rules. And he's under a good hold as he comes down. But he's a very fit horse, a bit quirky, but fit. And Precious Sweetie, Dylan Moe aboard here. Another one who caught the eye when he did run a nice 4th behind Dublin Star last start. And he looks like he's under a good hold and ready to go as well.
All right, well, let's get into the key races. Starting off with the winning form of Little Thunder. This was his breakthrough win last time out. Dollar Awards further back, but as he swings into the straight, just got Striking Mr. C to run down, Mark.
He does. He comes off the heels of Striking Mr. C, who we see later on, and eventually runs over the top of him. Dollar Reward disappointed. He's been better when ridden forward in his races. He's been further back in his last 2, but hit the line nicely, Paul. And Victor Wong takes the 5 claim again for Tony Millard.
Yeah, by Hassanay. So the all-weather surface does suit this horse. I think he's improved a little bit since then. His work's been pretty good, so I've got him in the numbers.
OK, well, Little Thunder we can see again here. This was the start before from him when he finished in 5th place. Golden Mission and Gracious Rider, the other 2, Paul.
Yeah, now Golden Mission was a nice run from him. He does come in with a lightweight now with Michael Chang, of course, is Golden Mission. He did finish 3rd behind Thou Shalt Sing. He just might find it a little bit tricky from 12. He had barrier 1 and got a really good run here. So that was just the little query that I had.
Thou Shalt Sing punted off the map that night. Now the 2 horse just starting to fade a little bit there, Gracious Rider. That was his first start since October. So he's made ground in most of his all-weather starts, just faded and knocked up a bit in that last little bit, so he'll be better for that run for sure. All
right, here's our current favourite horse making his debut, Winning Brew. Frankie Law trains, Karis Teeton from barrier number 3. That grey horse in front of him is Hot King Prawn, Mark.
And the horse in the cheek pieces in 4th, Andrew, is Thanks Forever. So Winning Brew, he hasn't moved up the straight here. The rider Masterwork, who also runs Paul on Wednesday nights outside of them, but it's some pretty nice horses to be figuring around and doing it so nicely for your debut.
Yeah, he's 1,063 pounds. He's had those 2 trials and he's really wound up for this race. So I think he's set to win.
All right, that's pretty good lead into your selections then, Paul. It looks like he's on top then.
Yeah, I did put him on top, Winning Brew. I just think they've wound him up for this race, and he looks like he's suited by the surface. Yeesham Blitz has run second off a high rating before. Should get a nice run just in behind the pace. Little Thunder's a last start winner, and I'm going to take a chance with the King's Trooper in there for fourth at a price because I thought his work's been pretty good. But he is a quirky horse. I think the 7's ready to win the first. 7, 10, 8, 5.
With Cool Celeb to win race number 1, he is a winner on the all-weather previously. He's run off an A rating 52 on the all-weather as well. He's won twice on the surface. Zach jumps aboard for the second time. He's 1 for 1 for Benoyong. So number 11, Cool Celeb, Winning Brew to run second on that trial. He's also won 2 trials up at Chung Fa. Golden Mission, the 12, first start for Michael Cheng. He got a trial next to his name. He ran second behind Time Warp in that trial. And Gracious Rider's going to be fitter for that 6th behind Now Shall Sing that we saw in replay not too long ago. 11, 7, 12 and 4.
I got the same Quinella. Other way around though, I got Winning Brew on top as well. 7, 11, my Quinella in the first.